Oh, very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to English class and hope you all are fine. We all had a really good session on Monday. I was so happy to see your talents and you all were very active and really happy to show what we all have done during the holidays. And today, as I told you, that we'll be starting off with a new chapter, and it is almost connected to the competition that we're conducting for Children's Day. We're conducting a cooking competition, right? So I told you that it's the first step to be independent. Knowing to cook is very important in life, right? So what did we say? Why do we have to learn all these? To be independent, right? Okay, so let me ask you few more. Let me give you a few more thoughts. So imagine you are riding a cycle. I know that 90% of the student knows how to ride a bicycle. So you're riding a cycle and suddenly you fall down. What do? Do you wait for someone to come and pick you up? Or do you stand by yourself? You tell that, no, I will get up by myself. I don't need anyone's help. Okay, you try to do it by yourself, right? Sometimes you just fall. If there's someone, I know that you guys wait for them to come and help you, but if there's no one, what do? You just stand up by yourself, you slowly take your cycle and try to move on, right? Okay. And how many of y'all wait for someone to help you? Imagine you have a doubt. How many of y'all try to understand it by yourself? You just try to put in your 100% and try to understand. Do it by yourself, or you just wait, let the teacher teach me, or let someone else teach me, let the tuition teacher teach me, or wait for it. Is it? I think very few students try to put in that effort. Don't you think that effort is very important, children? Trying to put effort to do it by yourself. Okay, knowing how to be independent than depending on your parents, trying to be independent. I know at this age it's not possible, but there are so many other things. After eating food, do you wait for your mother to just come and take your plate, or do you go and keep it in the kitchen and wash it? That is being independent. Okay, trying to iron your clothes by yourself. Be careful while ironing, but okay, trying to iron your clothes by yourself, wash your clothes by yourself, all that is becoming independent. That's how you become self-reliant. What do you mean by self-reliant? Being self-sufficient means I'm capable of doing. I've got two hands, two legs, like my parents, similar to all the others on earth. So I will be able to do it. You need to be strong to do it. Don't wait for anyone to help you. Try to take your first step or towards success. Okay, children? So this is a chapter related to self-reliance, which is very important. And I'm 100% sure that you students are very self-reliant. So let's go to the chapter. It's very interesting and it gives you a moral thought, a thought to think for your future. Okay, so I'll show you a picture what I've put behind. It's hidden. I'll show it to you all. Boom. Be your own hero. Don't wait for others, to tell that he is my hero or so. You have to be your own role model. So for that, what do you need to do? You need to be self-reliant. So let's get to the chapter. So students, I've put in a few pictures here. So you can see here, I have faith. So whenever you say I have faith in others or in myself, what is the most important thing? Let's keep this, let's have this thought in our mind. So as I told you, all these steps, see, first step is to be confident, then be responsible, self-reliant, and then you become independent. So have the confidence that you're capable of doing anything, be responsible for whatever you do, and then you become self-reliant and finally become independent. Okay, and self-reliance, the art of improvement. That's how you improve. There's no point just learning these chapters. You have to improve yourself. Now let's answer this question. I have faith. What is your answer? Is it in others? You have faith in others that they will help me, or in yourself that you'll be able to help yourself? What would be your answer? It should be, I have faith in myself. Only if you have faith in yourself, you will be able to improve yourself. So with this thought, let's begin our chapter. I want you students to open your government textbook, English government textbook, page number 49, unit 5, self-reliance. What was the chapter's name? Self-reliance. Okay, students, did you all take out page number 49? Now, I'll read it out for you all as we always do. Please listen carefully, each word, the pronunciation of each word, and how to pause. That morning, I had lost all hopes of my future. I went out and sat under a tree in a field in a dejected mood. To divert myself, I began to watch a kid riding a bicycle at a distance. He must be practicing, I thought. Then, when I looked away for a moment, I heard a scream. I did not know what had happened, but the kid had fallen into a ditch. He was screaming. The boy's bicycle was also in a bad shape. I think by now you have understood. I'll put in pictures. That morning I'd lost, so there was a boy in this chapter. So a boy speaking to us. Okay, so he's saying that, even we come across certain situation where we lose all hopes of our future and we are very sad and we just sit in a dejected mood. What do you mean by dejected? Dejected means sad. You can use that word dejected, D-E-J-E-C-T-E-D. Dejected mood means very sad. You can see a child sitting there under a tree. He's very sad. Okay. So imagine ourselves in that situation that we are sad about something. To divert myself, no, and what happened? He wanted to divert means change his attention. So what did he do? He saw a child was riding a bicycle at a distance. You just sit under a tree and he saw a child was riding bicycle. And he thought, okay, might be he's learning how to ride a bicycle. And suddenly what happened? The kid had fallen into the ditch and he was screaming. What do you mean by screaming? Very loud or high-pitched cry. Scream, ah, that is called scream. When you fall down, what do? You shout. You say, oh, and you cry, right? That is called screaming. Okay, or when in the class, when people are shouting, what does the teacher say? Please do not scream. Okay, scream means loud cry. Don't shout, very loud voice. Okay, and ditch, I'm sure, fallen into a ditch. You know what is a ditch, right? In the previous chapters we have seen, falling means a large narrow hole. What is that? Okay, the boy's bicycle was in a bad shape. Okay, so now this child saw that what is the first scene? The first scene is he was very sad. This child is very sad and he saw one more kid riding a bicycle and he had fallen down. So imagine suddenly if you see some children fall down, what do? You go and help, right? So similarly, this child went and said, I went to help him. No thanks, the kid replied. I can help myself. He seemed to be a self-reliant child. He did not want others to show mercy on him. Okay, so what happened? This child went to this kid who was riding a bicycle. You can see the cycle is all fallen. He's fallen there. So this guy went to help this child. So what did the child say? No thanks, the child replied. He didn't ask for help. He said, no thanks, I can help myself. Why would the kid say that? The kid was a self-reliant kid. He didn't want anyone's mercy. Means he didn't want anyone's help. He wanted to be independent. Okay, he wanted to do things by himself. So he said, not in a rude way. Okay, not in a rude way. The kid said, no thanks, I can help myself. Okay, I'm independent. I can help myself. So this person who was very sad, he was thinking that, okay, this child is a self-reliant child. He didn't want help. So he picked up the kid who's fallen. What did he do? He picked up the broken cycle and limped back to his to his house. He picked up the broken cycle and limped back. Limped back means when you're fallen, you have a hurt, you limp. Limp means, walking slowly in an uneven proportion walking. That is limp back to his house. If this child can do this, now this is the thought about this child. Okay, now he's thinking. This man who's sitting there is thinking, If this child can do this, you can also be a self-reliant person, can't you? I actually heard someone whisper this in my mind. Now this child is saying that if the small kid can, be self-reliant, why can't I? This inner voice, we have an inner voice, right? When you are sad or when you're doing something wrong, your inner voice says something, right? In a good way says that you can be self-reliant, gives you courage. That is the inner voice. Okay, whisper in his mind. So the inner voice was whispering in his mind that even you can be a self-reliant person. Grace seemed to have descended on me. I felt a strong urge to deal with my problems, my depression, and my negative thought. And this scene, this child, the person who's sitting there got a courage. Okay, grace seemed to have descended on me means it's like, some self realization. He got some self realization. He had a positive and a strong urge to deal with his own problems than just complaining or having negative thoughts. Why am I in this situation? He had a strong feeling and got the confidence to be self reliant. He feels stronger. Okay, so till here we have seen the chapter. It's a very small chapter. Okay, so we have seen the first 4 paragraphs. I want you students to read through it carefully and understand the situation. Okay, it's very simple. He was very sad. Suddenly he saw a child riding a cycle. He's fallen down. When the person went to help this kid, he said, no, I'm strong enough, I can do it by myself. And then this gave a realization to the person who's very sad and gave the courage to face his problems and depression. Clear? That is the verge of improvement. He's trying to be self-reliant. Okay, so till here we have stopped the chapter. We'll be continuing the chapter in the next class, but we'll be moving on to grammar. Okay, so if you see page number 53 in your government textbook itself, there would be certain words. I've not used all the words. I've used certain words like won't, weren't. Okay, you would. Okay, so here it says give full forms of WON apostrophe T. What is the full form of this? Will not. Okay, will not. Instead of saying will not, you can say won't. Okay, I will not. Instead of saying I will not come, I won't come to school. Okay, I won't. WONT. That is a short form of will not. Instead of using 2 words, you can just cut it down like this. Next one, weren't. What is the full form of weren't? It is were not. They were not playing. You can say in a short form, they weren't playing. They were not playing, they weren't playing. You had. Okay, so you the YOU apostrophe D. That has 2 meanings. It is either you can use it for you had or you would. For both you can use. Based on the sentence, it will change. Okay, let's see a few sentences with these now. Will not. Okay, so I won't go to school. Instead of saying I will not go to school, you can say I won't go to school. See, that's easier and faster to say I won't go to school today. Instead of saying I will not go to school, I won't go to school. Next sentence. For weren't, we weren't allowed to sit. We were not allowed to sit. Instead of saying we were not allowed to sit, you can just use we weren't allowed to sit. It sounds better, no? We weren't allowed to sit. Next one I told you, YOU apostrophe D, you had. So that has 2 meanings. That is you had and you would. Let's see 2 different sentences. See, the first one is you had. It would have been better if you had come home. If you had. Instead of saying if you had come home, you can just use you had. If you had. See, it would have been better if you had come home. If you had come home. Next one is another sentence. You would have understood the concept by now. Instead of saying you would have understood the concept by now. Even there, you can use the short form YOU apostrophe D. You would have understood the concept. Instead of saying you would have understood the concept. Is it clear, children? Clear, right? I know the first 2 are very easy. These ones keep in mind. Instead of saying you had, you would. Based on the sentence, the meaning would differ. Clear? Next one. Same. His. He apostrophe S. What is it?
He has or he is. Both it comes. Okay. You can use both instead of these both. So instead of he has, you can use this word his, or he is also you can use the same thing. I will. Okay, so I'll, instead of saying I will, you can use I will, I'll. Okay, so that is full form of I'll. The full form is I will. So this one will be who will. Clear? Let's see sentences. So for the first one, he has. Again, as we saw, you would and you had, you would. The same way, we have two sentences here. He's got something for me from Dubai. He's got he's got something for me from Dubai. Will he is got will come, or he has got? He has. Instead of he has got something for me from Dubai, the meaning you can just write it like he has got something for me from Dubai. Instead of he has. Next sentence, will it be he has a great guy? No, he is a great guy. Instead of saying he is a great guy, you can say he is a great guy. He's a great guy. First sentence, he has got something for me from Dubai. Second one, he's a great guy. For both, you can use he apostrophe s. Next one, I'll be going to the park today. I'll be going. Instead of saying I will be going to the park, instead of using I will, you can say I'll be going to the park today. Next one. Who will be attending the class on Saturday? Question mark. So it's a question. Instead of asking who will be attending the class on Saturday, you can just ask who will be attending the class on Saturday? Understood? So these are the full forms of these words. Okay. So children, if you see page number 53, there are few more words. I want you to just give the full forms. I've selected a few and given it here, but you can complete the whole exercise. Exercise number 3, give the full forms of. Okay. Completed with these examples, you can easily complete that one. Next one. So if you see activity 4, it's related to spellings. Okay, Knee, Knife, Knot, Know. Okay, what is common in this? So will you say knee? What is it? Head, shoulder, knees, and knee. It is knee. Okay, not knee. Do you say knee? No. You say knee. Only knee. N-E-E. You just sound it. The pronunciation of it is just knee. K-N-I-F-E. What is it? It's knife? No, it's just knife. N-I-F-E. You just tell it like, sound it like knife. Next one. Do you say K-N-O-T, knot? No. What is it? The actual pronunciation? Knot. Okay. Please tie a knot. Knot. Next one. K-N-O-W. Is it kno? No, right? It is no. I know the answer. I know the answer. K-N-O-W. Now, in these four words, which word is silent? Though the spelling is K-N-E-E, are we using while pronouncing, are we using K? No. In K-N-I-F-E, are we using the word K? No. Only in the spellings it's there, but we are not. While pronouncing, it is silent. K-N-O-W, K is silent. K-N-O-T, K is silent. So in this, which is common? K is the silent word. That's why we say knee, knife, not, no. Okay, so though K is present in those words, while pronouncing those words in English, K is silent. Okay, so the common thing, please write it down there, children. K is silent. Page number 53, activity 4. Please write down in the fill in the blanks. K is silent. Hope you'll understood that. Now, next one. N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R Daughter, Fight, Now, will you say what is the pronunciation of these words? First one is neighbor. Next one is daughter, fight, straight. Okay, which word is silent? Which letter is silent in this? Just concentrate. Neighbor, daughter. It's like doctor. GH is silent. Fight. F-I-G-H is silent. Straight. G-H is silent. So in these words, what is common? G-H is silent. G-H is silent. Though it is there in the spelling, we will not use those words for pronunciation. Next one, it's very simple. H-O-N-E-S-T, H-O-N-O-R, H-O-U-R, H-E-I-R. This is the most common words, but you all pronounce it wrong. Honest. Is it honest or honest? It is honest. Honest is wrong. H is silent. You just pronounce O-N-E-S-T. Honest. Okay. Next one. H-O-N-O-R. It's honor. It's an honor to receive this award. It's an honor to listen to you. Honor, not honor. It is not honorable president. It is honorable. Honorable. It is not har. H-O-U-R is not har. Most of you all say har. It's not har. It is r. Okay. It is, so I've been studying for 3 hours, not hours. It is hours. Okay. Studying for 3 hours. Ir. Okay. It's not higher. It's ir. Okay. So which is silent here? H. Though H is there in the beginning of each word, H is silent. H is silent. Clear, children? So in the first few, K is silent. Next one, GH is silent. In the other 4 words, H is silent. Please write it down in your textbook, page number 53. Now, let's move on to the assignment. We have come to the end. So the assignment is, first one is complete page number 53. I've told you, right, the activity. Which activity is it? Activity 3. There are a few more words which you have to write the full form. Complete that. And next one, identify the silent letters in the below words. K-N-E-E-S. Next one is P-S-Y-C-H-O-L-O-G-Y. Next word, D-U-M-B, W-R-O-N-G, W-R-I-G-H-T, T-S-U-N-A-M-I, C-L-I-M-B, C-O-M-B. Okay, so you need to use a dictionary, or you can check in YouTube or Google, so that you understand the clear pronunciation and write it down in your homework. Okay, so the first assignment, complete page number 53, you can write it down in your textbook itself. For the next one, which letters are silent, please write it down in your English HW. So students, take care. See you all soon. Bye-bye.